Hey everybody, and welcome back to Crafts with Julie. And again, you see I have everything already set up. I wanted to try and make this just as simple as possible for you guys to see how many different pieces we're going to be using on this. So I wanted to kind of get it set up, and then I'm going to show you kind of how I did this here. We used more of our pre-cut pin heads, whatever you feel like calling them. And whenever you get them into in a bulk, mine came in like a little tiny Ziploc baggie, and some of them were kind of bent. That's okay, because you're going to be cutting that part of the pin off. So it doesn't make that big of a difference if it's bent, because you're going to be bending it yourself anyway. Bend it to the length that you need and cut that off. Remember to point towards your mat so you don't send pieces flying around. I did that earlier and I thought I had it facing the mat enough, and it still went flying to the edge of my mat. Luckily that's as far as it went. But in this one we're going to be doing my own little version of pot of gold with the rainbow coming over it. So we got the different colors of the rainbow here. And we're using these faceted beads again. I really like them just because how the light hits it, and they will kind of do their own little shine, little sparkle without being sparkle. And just like in the last video, I've been having issues trying, when I bend my loop, the whole thing ends up going sideways and kind of crooked, and I have to end up straightening it back up. But that's one thing that's wonderful about this 3-in-1 tool here. You got your needle nose, you got your flat, you got your cutter, and I love this little groove here that helps close the gap whenever you make your loops. Excuse me. Alright, this is the last one. And then we're going to start putting all this together. Oh, see, I already started going crooked on it. Barely got that loop started and it already started going. I think part of that has to do that I'm only using one little bead on here, and it's hard to grip the bottom of this to hold it still and straight. So that's why it tends to bend like that. That's probably what the issue is. Alright, so we're going to put our round nose pliers away and pick up our other handy pliers here and start putting this together. We've got 5 of our solid black that are already set and ready to go, and all of those are going to go on the bottom jump ring, which is kind of our biggest or next to biggest jump ring. And we're going to put all 5 on the bottom. Then we're going to go on ahead and we're going to close it up. Get that nice and tight. You guys can hear that slight click. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not. I tried to get it close enough to the camera that you guys would hear it. Alright. Now the confusing fun really starts. So we take our next jump ring, and I think this is a 3 or a 4 millimeter size jump ring. I'm thinking. I'm not 100%, so don't quote me. We're going to do 2 yellow on this side. That's going to help represent the gold in our pot of gold. I know they're not really gold colored, but it's close enough. It will work just fine. Alright. So now We got our gold set. And we split that up, 2 on one side, 2 on the other. That way they help kind of fall a little bit more evenly. Then we're going to lay that down, trying to keep them separate. And they will stay separate once you get your next ring on. Oh, 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 I almost dropped it. All right. Now we're going to start with our colors of the rainbow. Start with our violet color on one side. And our indigo. And close that gap up just as tight as we can. All right. Now next, let's see if I can do it this way. Ha! No mess ups yet. All right, now we got our blue on one side and our green on the other. All right. Our next. Oh, if you don't have it too close. That is not where that goes. Oh no. Trauma, guys. Okay. Whew. My jump ring got hooked on one of my stones on that loop, and that is not what I wanted to have happen. Okay. Then our yellow. Crisis has been averted. And our orange. Come on. All right. And now we've got one more jump ring. Come on. All right. And then there's our red. And then our gold fish hook. And with it being all kind of clustered up like this, there is no front or back because of how they're going to hang. And you got your rainbow colors leading down to your pot of gold, along with stringy pieces from your mat. And there you guys have it. It's another one of those little projects that once you kind of get everything set up on how you want to kind of put it together, it doesn't take that much time at all to get put together. Just take your time and go slow, and don't let yourself get flustered. And then you guys have another pair of really cute earrings to wear for St. Patrick's Day. And I hope you guys enjoyed that video and had fun watching it, and probably had a good little giggle on my little trauma that just almost happened there. And if you guys have any questions or comments for a future video of anything you'd like to see me try and do in the future, just let me know down below. And as always, you guys have an awesome day.